Hello everybody and welcome back to Pokemon Silver Nuzlocke. I am Flash. This is what's left of the team after a couple episodes ago. We lost Evil and Rockman all in the same go. We still got some grinding to do, unfortunately. As much as I'd love to just move right on and not have to sit here and ramble for while not much is going on in the game. But luckily, I'm usually a pretty good rambler. They call me a RamblinMan. That's right. That's a good song joke right there. Feel free to use that one. No, don't. It's terrible. It's a bad pun. It's an old pun, actually. Half of my audience won't even get it, and there's only like 3 of you. So, yeah, it's not good. Man, you forget. Like when playing this in 20 to 30 minute batches. It's so easy to forget how long it takes to do the grinding portion of Pokemon, or just to get through Pokemon. When you play it like as a kid and you just binge play, you play it for an entire day. Like, it's raining outside, screw it, I'm inside today, I'm playing this game all day. I don't even care. I'm going through all my AA batteries in one day and I'm just playing Pokemon. And that's, you don't realize, you know, it's like, oh, I beat Pokemon in a few days. And it's like, well, when you look at the hours, it's like, okay, you put a lot of freaking time into it. But, you know, it's just, it doesn't seem like you forget. You're like, oh, I beat it in a couple days as a kid. But now when it's broken down into these 20 to 30 minute episodes, it's really going to take a while. So that's why I was suggesting maybe either speeding up the battles for grinding portion, or just cutting out the grinding entirely. But I would still record just in case something happens, because it very much can, as we saw a few episodes ago. It definitely can happen even just when grinding a bit. But I don't know. I'm waiting on feedback on you guys, and because the channel's so new, there's not enough of an audience for feedback yet in that regard. And the one and only person I asked specifically about it, they said they like to see everything. So that's what I'm sticking with for now. So the goal here, I want to stop. I want to move forward after everybody's level 10 at least, and then we'll go to the next area. Well, after healing them back up, then of course. But yeah, we got. Hopefully the egg will hatch soon. Again, like I said a while back, I don't know for sure what that hatches into, but based on the TV show and like this being the first game with eggs, I would imagine it's a Togepi, but we'll find out. After we lost Evil, I guess we could use a normal type on the team, so it wouldn't hurt to get a Togepi. But yeah, we have a bit of a gap to fill, and an empty slot that, as per my rules, is just going to automatically get filled by the next place, and then we'll see. I mean, we got a cave coming up, so chances are, I don't know if this game's like the first, where like every cave has 50 million Zubats, and so that's just kind of, you know, chances are it'll be a Zubat, but I don't know if that's true. Like I said, I played Heart Gold, but that was so long ago that I really don't remember. So it's a mystery to me. We'll find out all together here. Well, except you guys probably already know. I'm guessing on the people that would watch this, they probably already have seen enough Pokemon Silver at some point to already know what's coming. That's alright. Part of the fun is the fact that I don't. Even if you know what's coming, you know, that, heck, I think that'd be more exciting in a way. You're like, oh man, he's gonna fight this dude and he doesn't even know this guy's got like this crazy thing and whatever. So that might be more fun for you guys, knowing that I'm blindly about to like go into some death at some point and then seeing whether I can overcome it or not. Oh boy. Grinding! All the grinding. I need to like make a list of topics or something for this grinding stuff. I could could go to talking about the game that I'm making again, but I still don't want to release details on it until the Kickstarter's up. Like, once Kickstarter's up, then I'll put an episode of this out where I'm like talking all about it, and then, like, you know, put the link in the description or something. But I don't want to go into detail about it till it's at a point where I want to present it. I guess I could say one thing I worked on this past week. I got some of the AI pathfinding going on, and I think I mentioned last time I was working on the dialogue system and dialogue tree, and I have that in. I didn't put away to actually I kind of I'm not in the perfect order. I have no problem admitting it, but I haven't put away to when you push a button to, like, do a collision check with what's in front of you, just to see what's there, and if it's a person, start the dialogue. But I put the dialogue system in to where, like, once I add that little bit of collision check, it just is going to jump right into the all I gotta do is, like, put one line of code, and then it's going to jump right into the dialogue system, no problem. So I put, like, oh duh, it's normal type. So I put, like, you know, the skeleton structure, but I haven't put the skin yet, or the blood, or the muscles, or half of those things. I do have the movement system in very basic for the AI, just regular pathfinding. I'm probably going to use a waypoint system if people know. If you know what that is, cool. If you don't, whatever. It's basically just key points in, like, the world that make it easier. Rather than having to manually navigate characters around obstacles, you just have them go to a waypoint and not do that advanced pathfinding. And then once they get to the nearest waypoint to where they're trying to go, then you can do the advanced pathfinding and actually have them navigate around everything. But I'm probably going to put a waypoint system in. I haven't completely decided yet. It all depends on how in depth I want to go. Like, because I kind of, like, I mean, this is all stuff for way down the road. I don't know whether I'll be able to put in a system where people can, like, have a schedule and different times a day. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure how I want to do the day-night system. I'm not sure how I want to do the you know, the scheduling and stuff like that with the AI, or if I just want them to show up in different places when you go through a loading zone or something. I haven't decided. I know in my mind I want it to be as organic as possible, and as, like, you know, they literally walk from one town to another or whatever. You could run into them on their way between places, but I know how much harder that is to code and to run and you know, without killing resources, because you have multiple, like, essentially everybody in the world has got to be tracked at all times. So it can take up a lot of resources. Now there's ways to simplify it, you know, but like I said, that sort of feature isn't necessary for a good game. It just makes it a little bit more immersive. So I don't need to do that, but it's something I'd like to do. But it's definitely something that, like, it's low on the priority list. I know where to put that in the development cycle as far as importance and what I really should be working on now. And, you know, obviously the AI's got to have some sort of pathfinding anyway, so that's what I've done so far. It's been none of the extra, like, I don't know if I'm going to need this work. It's just been what I know I'm going to use. Now, that said, when coding, you do want to make your systems so that, or make your skeleton structure so that it's easily changeable and easily adaptable to other features. So if I wanted to do the scheduling, it wouldn't be a big change. I wouldn't have to go back and redo a bunch of sections of code. I want it to just be something, you know, you want to structure it properly so that you're ready for your advanced features. That way, if you have time to implement them, you're not going back and doing 10 times as much work, and it doesn't take 10 times as much time, and then you don't have to tick off everybody. And this, I don't think I've seen a hop-ip yet. Hop-ip. Yeah, it's mainly just I mean, it's just general coding practices. It's just, I like to throw my knowledge out there and just ramble, because it's you know, it's stuff that, like, if you've... Oh, what am I doing? I need to pay attention. I'm putting water tape out the grass. No, it's one of those things that, like, I like sharing the knowledge to those that don't know, and to those that know, you guys are like, yep, that's true, and, like, or nope, you're totally wrong, and you could comment and yell at me and tell me what I said wrong or whatever. You just do splash? Why did you splash? And did Lick do nothing? No, okay, it did. I'm so not paying attention, which is, like, the worst. That's what got me into trouble the first time. But yeah, I like to talk about the stuff, so that, you know, I always found it interesting to listen to, especially even as a developer, like hearing other developers' point of view and opinion on approaches to different problems and stuff like that. So I feel like it's interesting enough for both people that know and don't know that it's worth talking about when I feel like it. So, and you know what? You don't have a choice. I'm going to talk about whatever hell I want to talk about, whether it's on topic or not. Like I said, it's kind of an inevitable deal when we're going to show all the grinding in Pokemon. Like, you're gonna have to have something to talk about, and that's about what I got so far. I could talk about. Let's see. I've been playing Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus, as you may have noticed by a recent. We just uploaded the first episode of that. I'm like, physically, those episodes were recorded quite a few weeks ago now. Pokemon Silver, though, this one's pretty much, as of right now, it's pretty much up to date. But yeah, we recorded Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus a little while ago together, me and the other Drew. Oh my god, really? You're just gonna keep reviving yourself? You're a pain in the ass. Okay, good. But I've been playing it on my own, because it's I found out there's an achievement for completing 5 daily challenges. Not technically, you don't have to do them back to back. You can do them on, like, alternating days. You can pick and choose your days based on which character's up. So if you're not, you know, if you're not the greatest of players, or if you're worried because a really tough character's up, like the Lost, for example, for those who know, then you totally can just spread it out. But at the same time, there's an achievement for attempting 31 dailies in a row. And you could just start and suicide for 31 days, and I imagine you still get the achievement. But that said, I've been just trying to get both achievements at the same time, figuring I might as well just try and enjoy the dailies and try to complete them and make that my goal, is like just surviving the daily and completing it. And I had 3 days in a row going, and the 4th day it was the Lost, and you had to beat not Megas, just the regular devil fight. And man, I was like, this is the worst possible setup I could get. And I'm like, I just got 3 in a row, and it was pretty easy for the first 3. Not super easy, but it was reasonable, and I was so pumped. And then that 4th day it was Lost, but I managed to somehow, I mean, it got crazy. Like, I was down on the devil floor, and I had one safety, I think I had 2 safety nets. One was I had a tarot card for the Chariot, where I could turn invincible for a time being and also cause damage in the meantime by running into enemies. I had that, and I had another card. I had 2 cards at once with an extra item or whatever. And essentially, once I lost my first hit protection, which is something that the Lost has, for those that don't know, once I lost that, I was going to use, if I felt like I was in a tough situation, I was going to use my card. And that happened before the final boss fight. So, like, By the time I lost my safety nets by the time I got to the devil, and I was like, man, this is going to be tough. And I managed to actually beat him without getting hit. Hey, Moon. I managed to beat him without getting hit, but... What? You want to play right now, don't you? Well, you're going to have to wait your turn. Yep, I'm playing... Well, I'm playing by myself, but... playing for the channel. Yeah? That cat's funny. Oh, I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, so yeah, I ended up having to beat him without, without actually taking a hit. And, I mean, I could have taken one because I had the, like, first hit thing going on at the Lost Gets, but I managed to do it without taking any, which was crazy. So, I got a bit lucky, and then today... it was the 5th day in a row, and I hit that one. Today's was pretty easy, so it wasn't too bad. Or no, not today. Yesterday. Yesterday I hit 5. Today I hit 6 actually in a row. But no, so I'm like halfway. No, more than halfway. I'm like 20 days into the 31-day final achievement of doing dailies in a row. So as long as nothing comes up that I just like cannot play. But granted, now I only have to attempt them since I'm not trying to do the 5 wins in a row, so I could just like it'd only take a minute, just start it up and suicide into something. I don't know if quitting out counts. I know quitting out suicides you in that mode, but I don't think that quitting out counts. Well, get one of your toys. Hold on. He likes to play fetch, but like he doesn't bring his toys back all the time anymore. Like he'll come back without a toy. Like he just did just now. And he'll complain to me like, hey, you gonna throw something else? And I'm like, I don't got nothing else. You're supposed to bring it back. He just, I don't know. Oh, why did I send the I keep... Oh, there he goes. I keep sending the ghost out against normal type, which is not smart. The other factor with my cat when I'm like talking, whether I'm on the phone or I'm just talking to a friend or whatever, or recording, that's when he really like shows up and likes to bug me, is because like I could play with him for a while right before recording, and then as soon as I start recording, because I'm talking, he thinks, I guess, that I'm talking to him, or I don't know, he just wants attention at that point. I don't know, it's probably a typical cat thing. Wow, Crit, do you have Hyper Fang? I wasn't paying attention. I'll have to look in the recording, I guess, but yeah, huh? Did a number on Lou there. What we got? Jade still hasn't freaking leveled up. Like, I don't think he's leveled up once since we started recording. Seriously, Jay, what are you doing? Ugh. Alright, let's send Tuxor out. Oh, you're almost leveled up. Like, I wanna move forward. I don't want to sit here grinding all day, but I know patience is key in Nuzlocke. Like, you can't just continue to charge the game unless you don't lose anybody. Then for the most part, you can kind of. Pokemon's usually pretty well spread out to the point where if you fight all the trainers and the random encounters you get, you should be the right level for pretty much everything, at least in the first games. Pretty much everything except maybe the Elite Four and maybe, what's the other place that used to give me trouble? The, what's that building? It has fire types, the mansion, the Pokemon Mansion, I think it was. Had like little Mewtwo statues in it. Holy crap, that's... How much grass have I walked through without an encounter? What? That was ridiculous. I did like 5 laps around the grass. I've cleared it out. That'd be cool if like if they had it set up to where like if you fight enough things in one patch of grass, like it clears it out for a time. Like maybe it takes a day, or you know, like resting your Pokemon to have it fill back up. It'd be an awesome little tidbit feature to where you could just like clear an area out. But see, that'd also be like it's something I wish they had in a sense, because then maybe they could make it where the longer you are in a patch of grass, the slightly higher chance you have of catching what's rare in that area, because they notice like, oh, they're killing all of my friends in the area, so I'm gonna come out and defend it or whatever. I don't know, and that wouldn't even have to apply to like every rare type. That would just have to apply to like, oh, Tuxor level up too. Like that wouldn't have to apply to everybody. That could just apply to, oh, he still didn't freaking evolve. That could just apply to just like super rare stuff, or like stuff that their story, their lore is, you know, they're a protective Pokemon or something. I don't even know if it's worth like fighting a level 4 Ekans anymore. Alright, I think I'm gonna heal up after this fight, and then we're gonna try to move forward a little bit, because I'm running out of patience, and it's not good, but it's a thing. So alright, Ekans down. And Tuxor gained a sliver of experience. Let's go heal. Because, I mean, fighting, like, when I keep running the level 8 Rattatas, that's fine. That's a level 8's pretty good experience, but a level 4 Ekans is just not gonna help me. What are you even meowing at? Oh, you actually brought a toy halfway back. That's progress. Every time when I throw something, oh god, when I throw something past him, he always like jumps and backflips towards it, or, you know, jumps way up in the air after it, depending on how I throw it, which is always hilarious. So yeah, I'm gonna head back to the route, and I will catch you guys next time for more Pokemon Silver and Nuzlocke. Again, I apologize for the amount of grinding here, but I know some people like to watch that stuff. I'm hit and miss as a fan. Like, it depends on the YouTuber, I guess. Depends on the content and whether it's a Nuzlocke or not. If it's not a Nuzlocke, I never want to see the grinding. But if it's a Nuzlocke, I like to see it. So, I don't know. You tell me, give me feedback, and then maybe I'll change it up if I get a lot of requests to cut it out. Alright, see you guys later.